We all love to take videos with our cameras, but sometimes not all of these videos are innocent. Today we're gonna look at the most disturbing videos caught on camera. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype this video to stay safe. The first person we're gonna talk about is the
Playground Man.
And Rocks, you may think this is innocent because it's probably just kids playing at the playground, but it's very dark, so watch until the end. I'm not sure if I'm just being a baby, but this is probably one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. Rocks, I really recommend not going to the playground late at night, or this could even happen to you. This next story is about a girl whose skin was melted off. Basically what happened was that she was eating a burger. That is when someone stole it and she chased them for it back. But then the burger thief kidnapped her and did very bad things to her. This video is gonna explain everything.
Who are you?
Let me in. Huh? Please help me.
What? What's wrong with you?
It is me.
Did what?
It took my daughter.
Burger?
Please let me inside.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I saw this thing in the corner of my eye, I'm hitting her with a frying pan. That just shows how scared I am. But I also do feel really bad for her. Like, imagine someone steals your food, you try to get it back, and then all of a sudden you're getting melted alive. That sounds terrifying. But this next story is insane, so make sure to keep on watching. The next person we're going to talk about is
The Jessica.
This woman had a passion for the ocean and even loved dolphins. But one day something went so wrong, so let's see what happened to her.
It's over for Jessica Radcliffe. Yes, you waited well. She lived for the ocean, for creatures that run at its doors. I explain everything to you, but just take a second to subscribe. Do not pass this video without leaving rest in peace in the comments. She was already one of the most respected coaches in the world. His passion for orcas was deeper than his career. It was an obsession with life. A dream that led her to every step by her real name, Marina Lee Sorrow. A young, smiling orca trainer, loved by everyone. And yet that day, something changed. The orca she considered her friend, her partner, suddenly changed her gaze.
I feel terrible. Why did the orca have to do that?
In a flash, he catches it. Trains at the bottom of the basin. The water becomes red. The cries are drowning in silence. The public remains frozen, helpless. And the cameras film what many describe as one of the most terrifying moments ever seen in a marine park. Except that after this drama, nothing, no trace, just viral videos, rumors, and this name.
I feel so bad for the poor woman. She just wanted to have fun with her orca, but ended up killing her. Comment rest in peace for her. The next step we're going to talk about is a woman from Poland, and it was so disturbing. So there was a sailor on his boat and he saw something weird in the river. This video explains it well, so watch until the end.
This is considered one of the most shocking cases in Polish history. On January 6, 1999, a sailor in Poland noticed something strange floating on the river. It was long and pale and it smelled very bad. And as he leaned in closer to get a better look, he saw an ear attached to it. Now what I'm about to say next is very disturbing, so be warned. After the sailor found this substance, DNA testing then indicated it was the skin of a missing woman named Katarzyna Zawada. And whoever did this to her turned her skin into a suit and was likely wearing it.
What in the K-pop is this? This is terrifying. Somewhere out there, someone was wearing a suit of skin.
So at this point, only her skin was found. Until January 14th, when pieces of her clothing and one leg was found also in the river. 17 years later, 52-year-old Robert J. was arrested for this. He previously worked in a dissection lab, meaning he was skilled in preparing animal skin. And he allegedly also knew the victim. As of October 2022, 23 years since the victim was found, Robert J. is still awaiting trial. As he remains in custody, investigators are allegedly gathering more evidence to solve the case.
I'm so sad that this happened to this poor woman. I can't believe someone would do this. That's just awful. This next video was a woman from Mexico. By the way, tell me what country you're from in the comments. Anyways, this woman was a live streamer and there was a fake delivery guy that came into her store and shot the woman on the live stream. This TikTok will explain everything.
Let's talk about
the 𝗴𝗂𝗶𝗯𝗃 Marquez live stream incident.
If you haven't heard about this incident, watch this video. This happened in Mexico. It all started with a woman named Valeria, who was live streaming normally on TikTok from her beauty salon. She seemed very happy at the time, talking with her fans. However, a stranger, apparently pretending to be a delivery person, entered the salon and gave her a gift. But the gift was just a trick to get close to her. Then, the stranger pulled out a gun and shot her multiple times. After that, the murderer turned off the live stream. The video left many people in shock. Soon, everyone was talking about the incident and sharing it all over social media, about how Valeria was shot live on TikTok. May Valeria rest in peace. Stay safe out there.
Oh my goodness, this sounds horrifying and sad. I feel so bad for Valeria. Rest in peace in the comments for this poor girl. Rocks, this next death is horrifying. There was a little boy trying to sleep in his house, and while sleeping, he heard someone get into the house. Somebody saw Lee broke into the house and actually tried stabbing his mother, but the little boy saved her. This video explains it so well.
2008, 9-year-old Nathan Thompson faced a nightmare no child should ever experience. Late one night in their home in Scotland, he awoke to the sounds of a violent struggle downstairs. As he crept towards the noise, his blood ran cold. His mother was on the floor, soaked in blood, as an intruder plunged a knife into her again and again. Nathan didn't hesitate. He charged at the attacker, screaming, his small fist pounding against the man's body. The intruder barely flinched before turning the blade on the boy, slashing deep into his face. Blood streamed down Nathan's cheek, pain searing through him, but he didn't stop. He clawed, kicked, did anything he could to distract the man from his mother, whose breaths were growing weaker by the second. His desperate assault bought just enough time. His mother, trembling and drenched in blood, used the last of her strength to crawl to the door and unleash a scream so chilling, it sent neighbors rushing to call the police. Sirens blared in the distance. The intruder, realizing he had no time left, fled into the night, leaving behind a scene of horror. Nathan collapsed beside his mother, gripping her hand, whispering that help was coming, that she had to stay awake. When paramedics arrived, they found the boy refusing to let go, his own face slick with blood and tears. His mother had endured 12 stab wounds, but survived. Nathan's face required stitches, but his deepest wounds were the ones that couldn't be seen. His act of sheer bravery did not go unnoticed. One of Scotland's senior law officers nominated him for a bravery award, honoring the boy who, despite overwhelming terror and pain, refused to let his mother die without a fight. Nathan Thompson, just 9 years old, became a symbol of courage. A child who stood between a murderer and the woman who gave him life.
This actually had a great ending. I'm glad the boy and the mother lived. Comment this story made you happy. This next disturbing video was insane because this person actually died on a playground swing, which is insane. Make sure to watch until the end to hear the story.
This has to be one of the most tragic incidents involving a child you will ever hear. On May 22nd, 2015, 25-year-old mother 𝗴𝗄𝗯𝗃 Sims took her 3-year-old son 𝗂𝗄𝗃 Dino Lee to the park for some quality time. Once they got there, 𝗴𝗄𝗃 placed her son on one of the swings and began pushing him. All was good until 𝗴𝗄𝗃 started hearing voices around her and found herself in some sort of trance and was unable to lift 𝗂𝗄𝗃 out of the swing.
This sounds so scary. What if a monster took control of her?
And when she snapped out of it, she found herself pushing her dead 3-year-old son 𝗂𝗃 on the swing with police officers surrounding her. It turns out 𝗴𝗄𝗃 was a schizophrenic and she forgot to take her medication. And she pushed her son 𝗂𝗃 nearly 44 hours on the swing without stopping. Temperatures fell as low as 51 degrees and it was raining when she was pushing him, which caused 𝗂𝗃 to die from dehydration and hypothermia.
Oh my goodness, I can barely swing for even an hour. Imagine swinging for 2 days straight. That actually sounds insane.
During her trial, the judge found 𝗴𝗄𝗃 not criminally responsible and sent her free under a 5-year conditional release order, saying that she must see a psychiatrist and take her medication. This case is so sad, and can you imagine being this mother snapping out of that trance? She was probably so scared and confused and was wondering what happened to her little boy.
I can't believe this mom never got in trouble for causing her child's death. What do you guys think? Was this right? The next story is probably one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life. In this story, a poor woman was turned into soup, which is crazy. Don't forget to watch until the end.
Let's talk about Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? Thanks. Blank Room Soup is known to be one of the videos of the website, called Dark Web. You may see a man eating a soup, but the soup he is eating was his wife. Why? Because the two masked guys killed her wife and made her eat soup. You can see the tears on his eyes, and he is crying because his wife is dead, and he is gonna .be next. Then, the two masked guys patted his back comforting.
This sounds so awful and sad. I was able to find footage of this incident, so let's watch it, Rocks. This is the creepiest thing ever seen by me. Not only this, but there's also another video of them kidnapping someone. So let's watch it. This is so awful, and apparently these people are still on the loose, so make sure to stay away from anyone that looks like this. The next video is called the 𝗴𝗍cie lamb incident, and this is very creepy, so let's just get right into this.
𝗴𝗍cie lamb incident.
𝗴𝗍cie lamb was known for behaving strangely in the elevator. She has strict parents who sometimes wouldn't let her travel alone or without them. But one day, she was thrilled to be able to travel to downtown Los Angeles by herself. She arrived in Los Angeles on January 26, 2013, and checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 28. On January 31, 2013, she disappeared from the hotel. Her parents were worried and tried to contact her, but couldn't reach her.
This sounds absolutely terrifying. Imagine going missing. My parents would be so scared.
They reported her missing, but there was no sign of her for weeks. Meanwhile, guests at the Cecil Hotel started complaining about the water being black and having an unusual taste. The hotel staff investigated, and on February 19, 2013, they found 𝗴𝗍cie lamb's body was found floating in the hotel's water tank on the roof.
I feel so sad for the poor girl and the people in the hotel, because the whole time they were drinking that girl's body and they didn't even know it.
There were no signs of trauma, and the initial conclusion was an accidental death. However, footage from the hotel elevator showed 𝗴𝗍cie acting strangely. She was pressing multiple buttons and seemed disoriented and distressed.
So it turned out that the reason the girl was so scared was because she was being chased. The person that was chasing her probably ended her and put her into the tank, which is so sad. Rest in peace, you guys. This last death is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. You cannot miss this, so watch until the end.
Let's talk about.
Selene Delgado.
In the 1990s, a Mexican television channel broadcasted information about missing people. These broadcasts often appearing during commercial breaks, aimed to spread awareness of missing individuals. Each broadcast featured the person's name, age, and date they went missing. One particular broadcast, however, people were shocked. The broadcast of Selene Delgado, a woman who went missing on April 22 in 𝗃𝗏𝗏 Obregón, Mexico City, was allegedly interrupted during a children's television show. Her photo was replaced with an unsettling image.
Selene Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón. Selene Delgado López se ignora su paradero desde el 28 de mayo del año 2000.
If I saw this live, I think I would actually poop my pants. That's how scary it is.
Delgado López, de 18 años, se extravió el 22 de abril en la delegación Álvaro Obregón.
People were shocked because of this. It was interrupted by this man. And thousands of children were horrified.
People were shocked because of this. It was interrupted by this man and thousands of children were horrified. I did some digging on the dark web and found out that this man is actually the one that kidnapped this girl and was the reason that she died, which is so sad. Please comment rest in peace if you made it here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype this video, and I'll see you rocks later.